I think that it has been clear always that the primary mandate of the central bank is the price stability. And any other tasks that we take upon ourselves or are defined as our secondary targets can be fulfilled only if they are not in the contradiction with the primary mandate, and this is the price stability. This is clear. That does not mean that the central bank does not have other roles and can help the government and other actors in achieving those goals. Our secondary mandate is certainly, to the extent that it is not in the conflict with the primary goal of the price stability, also to help the development of the economy, and also things like the climate change, where central bank definitely cannot stand by. It does not have the primary role in that field. Primary role is for the government, but it does not mean that we cannot, in our instruments, also adjust the goal of achieving the reduction in the emissions, and we are doing that, for example, by adjusting the collateral that we are receiving in terms of the amount of the high emission bonds that we are ready to take, or the haircut on the corporate bonds, depending also on the goal of reducing the carbon emission. Definitely a medium-term path is a credible and less destabilizing to the economy, and this is why we say that we will achieve our goal in the medium term. Why is that so? Because on one hand you have a supply side cost push factors that increase the inflation, as we have seen in the past years, like the aggression on Ukraine or the supply chain disruptions after the pandemic, which impacted the prices of the commodities, the prices of intermediate goods, energy, or the food. These are the things which happen in the short run, and then we see the disinflation once these shocks disappear, but they leave also underlying price pressures, more demand side, demand pool, pressures on the inflation, with which the central banks then have to deal to bring them down to the medium-term target of the 2%. It cannot be done in a short run because it would be too much destabilizing. You would have to inflict too much pain on the economy to bring it down immediately to 2%, but over the medium term, in our case 2 years, that can be done with the appropriate monetary policy. The design of the central bank digital currency is done in a way to take care of this risk. And we do have safeguards. One is that the amount of money that individuals can have in the central bank digital currency will be limited, will not be large. Second is that these deposits will not be remunerated. Third is that there will be only one account per person. And fourth is that for the corporate sector and for the government sector, they will only have net zero balances of the digital currency, and will only use their accounts in the digital currency for executing the payments with so-called waterfall and reverse waterfall characteristics, which means that if the money flows into the account, it will be immediately transferred, digital money, it will be immediately transferred to the deposit accounts with the bank. And if they are executing payments, then the money from their deposit accounts will flow into the digital currency and be used to settle the transaction, nothing else. And this then makes the central bank digital currency more like a cash, not, I always say, not a substitute for a cash, because nobody wants to eliminate the cash, but as a complement to the cash and another means of payment that people and merchants can use.